Okay, we actually started from CorelDRAW because we had to start from scratch. And when you are starting anything from scratch, you need to know every software that is along the line of design. A complete graphic artist must know CorelDRAW, all the versions. He must know Photoshop, all the versions. Photoshop has basically two versions. We have normal Photoshop and we have the Creative Cloud. Now, Creative Clouds are used by professionals that are very good with Photoshop. So this is the Creative Cloud Photoshop, okay? It's called Adobe Photoshop CC. CC means Creative Cloud, okay? So we have
Okay.
normal Adobe Photoshop, we have Photoshop CC. So when you see CC, it's called Creative Cloud. And if you look down on my tax bar, you see that we have a lot of them. We have Photoshop, After Effects, Premiere Pro, Encoder, Illustrator, XD, and InDesign. Hope you can see that.
Yes.
So these are the complete packages for a graphic artist. You must be familiar with these tools for you to be called a professional graphic artist, like certified. Okay. Now, basically, I'm going to be explaining what this is. I'm recording now. This is an introduction to Photoshop, which is what we are going to be using to do our design henceforth. So we now start comparing between this and Corel. Of course, it has its advantage over Corel. This is the industry standard as per professional pro level. But for beginners and basics, for you to know your way around, if you've been following my video, you will understand that CorelDRAW is straightforward, isn't it?
Yes.
CorelDRAW is straightforward. If you know how to use a tool, and that's it. But in Photoshop, I can tell you that there is 1,001 ways to achieve a particular goal. Now, that 1,001 ways doesn't matter how you go about it. What matters is that you achieve it. Okay? Are we together?
Yes.
All right. So that is it. So now, we're going to be doing. I'm going to be doing introduction basically. Just tell us the tools and how we know them, what we use them for, and that's it. So anybody here has used Photoshop before?
Yes, I actually started using Photoshop, but it seems the version I downloaded was, I think it was a bit lower version. So I wasn't really familiar with using that particular version. When I had to watch videos online with other higher versions, I discovered that some of these things were actually different. Though I was able to a kind of make a progress, like exporting image to the background and then trying to cut just a part of the image from the background, and then having to just play with it, basically rotate it and all of that, apply colors to it, transparency, and
Thanks, Lizzie.
I had
Apart
to
from
uninstall it because it was a lower version,
okay,
like it didn't have other.
which version did you install?
I think it was CC 214.
Oh, CC14. I'm running on
Yes.
CC 2020. All my softwares here are all 2020 except for the CorelDRAW. All right. Now that is that on that. Basically, these are the command bars, just like CorelDRAW. I have our toolbars by this side, and we have these are our command professional bars by the right hand side. This is where we do some professional things like touches. These are color swatches like in CorelDRAW. Okay. Here's where it displays property for what you are working on currently. Here is where you can do adjustment. Here's where you can do some other things. So basically, these tools, like I told you, the first tool on every design software is the pick tool. This is one thing you'll be meeting every time, every day. This is the pick tool. We have Marquee, we have shape tool, we have color picker magic wand, we have the brush, we have eraser, we have clone stamp, we have paint bucket, we have the pen tool. Pen tool is going to be replacing our freehand tool from CorelDRAW. Are you seeing this? This is what Pen 2 is going to be doing for us. Are you seeing that? Hope we can see.
Yes, we can.
Okay. So now basically this is just our CorelDRAW environment. So basically CorelDRAW is made up of is made up for image manipulation, but in-depth understanding of its tools will give you the extended privilege to what to manipulate, to do manipulations and do what designs. Okay, are we together on this? Hello. Okay, I'm going to if you can hear me, say hi. I'm not hearing anybody. Somebody had left. Okay.
Hi, hi, hi,
Okay.
hi. We can hear you.
So now I just imported a picture into our environment. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
All right. So basically, now look at this photo. Is it looking good? Is it looking nice, presentable for web use or for any other use? Is it look? Do you think it's looking nice?
Yes, it's looking nice.
Are you sure? Okay, maybe to you it might be looking nice, but to me, I don't think it's looking proper. So I would do
It's too
something.
bright, right?
I'll do something very quickly. Now, if you come here, this is the layer panel. One thing you're going to be working with in Photoshop is layer panel. Layer panel is the most important thing you need to know. Now, I'll right click here on this image. I'll say duplicate the layer. That means I want to duplicate the image. I'll just call it, let me say auto. I'm just calling it a name. You see now, they are now two by the layer panel. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now that they are two, now I want to give this first one, which is the one that I selected. Now I want to give it an effect that make it look nice. So I'll click on levels. Once I click on levels, this comes up. And watch, just watch the image. I'll do this. And I'll do this. So what do you think now? Do you think it's looking nicer now?
Yeah, it's looking a bit better.
It's looking a bit better, right?
Yeah.
But this was what we had already before. Now this is what we have. You can see the difference now.
Yeah.
Hello, can you see it? This is what we
Yeah,
had
this is more
before.
brighter.
And now this is what we have now, right? This is better
Yeah.
off for presentation. At least everything is looking natural and real. Now this is what Photoshop can do for you. Okay? This is one of the things Photoshop can do for you. There is still a lot we can do. Now watch. There is still a lot we can do with Photoshop. Are you seeing what is happening?
Yes.
I'm changing the trouser to just different colors. Are you seeing that?
Yeah.
You're seeing it.
Yes, sir.
So it depends on whatever we want to achieve. You can see it depends on whatever we want to achieve. You see, when I'm doing this now, it's affecting the whole image. You see how it's looking now? See, when I'm doing that, it's affecting the whole image. So now, we're going to be doing this one after another, but we're going to be learning a lot of stuff. Okay, are we together on that?
Yes, sir.
I want us to open our mind. Photoshop is more advanced and more technical than CorelDRAW. Okay, more advanced and more technical than CorelDRAW. Are we together?
Yeah.
So this is Photoshop for you. Okay, so tell me whatever we've done so far. Do you have a question? Now the basics is now we are not doing anything yet. Don't get it twisted. We are not doing anything yet. What I'm doing is I'm just introducing it to you. You see some designs, you see stuff like this. This is our transparency in Photoshop. Then you pick your T for text tool. You come on it. You write, what do we write? Let's say we are doing, just say PS. Then click our pick tool. As it load up, sees processing. Once it load up, so pick it. So this is it. Make it look the way you want it to look. So I'm deleting that. Okay, then let's do this. This, that. Okay. Save Photoshop class. So I can decide to do this. And decide to do this just like this. Now you can decide to give it a color. Come to properties, double click on this. So give it a very nice color that you think is going to come out very clearly. Enable this. Then this should go on this. Now this is where some technicality comes to play. Photoshop is not as very straightforward as CorelDRAW, but trust me, it is one of the best. Okay, so we scroll down, we are changing that color to white. White and black, which is better?
White will be okay.
Okay, white is going to be okay. I'll do that. Now, do you think white is okay, or you think black is more pronounced? I think in this case, because of the background, you see black is more pronounced. So here you can
Yes.
always scale it up. So as you can see, we have a design already. This is our first design in Photoshop. Okay, so we are going to be doing most of the things we did in CorelDRAW, but we're doing it advanced here. Okay, so please bring up your question.
Okay, Francis.
Yes, please.
Actually, from what you said, the version of this Photoshop is 2020,
Yes.
and I believe first thing you would have told us is the compatibility with our systems,
Okay.
because most of us may have systems that may not run it effectively.
Okay.
Yes, and another thing is at least you still need to give us a material, because I really guiding us, but a material that can really guide us as regards introduction to this
Okay.
program, this very
Okay.
program.
Okay. All right. That being said, please, I need other questions, please. I'll attend to all the questions at the same time. More questions, please. Hello. I believe it's not just one person that is in this group.
The thing there is that I think he has actually said part of what I wanted to say about the introduction, basically. For me, I think I really need to understand how all of this, like, let's say they write, I don't know what this part of the screen is called, where you have this colored.
This place?
Yes.
Okay.
What each of those tools are used for.
Okay.
because
So I
I
will take
think
some minutes.
under
I,
these
I want to
layers,
take
where you
all
have
the
the layers, I
questions
think I'm
before,
seeing like,
yes, before I will start answering, so that we'll do an overview of what this is. Then we get started. Okay.
okay.
All right. More question. More question. More question. Two persons are just spoken. How about the other person? I believe we are, apart from me, we are three. Okay, I'll quickly switch into answering our questions. Now, how do we think this looks?
Pretty good.
Everybody here can do this in CorelDRAW. But you know, if it's
Yeah.
CorelDRAW now, this circle now, I have to power clip it into this this box housing this, right?
Yes.
So, but this is not the case. Okay. This is not the case. Okay, a quick one. Now, this is Photoshop. Photoshop is a software that should be compatible with at least minimum of 4 gigabytes RAM of a computer, either a laptop or a desktop. Okay, 4 gigabytes will be fine for Photoshop any version. Now, how do you get this software? That is another big question. All right, how do you get this software? So, how do you get the software? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right. I showed us a website earlier, right?
Yeah.
Getintopc.com. How many of us have visited this website?
I have.
Okay. That website make availability professional softwares. Okay. So here you just come Adobe Photoshop. Hope you can see my screen.
Very well.
Photoshop CC. Once you hit the enter button, the search query is going to come up. You see a lot of it. This is the 2014. This is 2019. So if you want to be specific, you say Photoshop 2020. You can see it. We have it here, right?
Yeah.
So this is it. So once you download this, you are fine. Okay? On clicking on this, another page will load. Now the next page will give you a brief overview of what the software is all about, and how and what is the requirement for this download. Just exactly the way you asked earlier. Now you can see this is on a Mac. Okay, so if you come down a little bit, these are some basic things you can do. This is about 1.9 gigabyte of data size that you need to download it, and it's compatible with 64-bit operating system. Okay, I will show us how to check what kind of bit of operating system we use. I'll do that now after showing you this. Now look at what I
Okay, I
said.
think I'll need that.
Look
Yes.
at what I said. Can you see this? What I highlighted?
Yes, the RAM.
Memory RAM of 4 gig. That is it. Once you have a memory of 4 gig, at least you can run a Photoshop. So if you come down, you just click on this button. This is going to begin download immediately.
How about the Windows?
Say
Because there
what?
was one I downloaded, it was showing me it was
No.
not compatible with my system.
If there is compatibility issue, it will show you here. Okay, let me click this. Let this load so that you see the difference. This is for a CC 2018. Now, if there is any Windows problem, it will show you. Talking about compatibility, it is compatible. Once you see this bit, this is what you should be checking out for the architecture. Okay, you can see 2018 is even heavier than 2020. So when you come down for system requirements now, you see this. This one's even needing a less memory size, 2 gig at least. Now, if you click on download, it begins immediately. Now, in other case, you can get 2 options for 32-bit and for 64-bit. But for cases like this, it's just 1 bit. So on clicking download, you get what you want. Now, these are the things you can do with Photoshop. You can see everybody is showing in their normal color, but the other atmosphere is in red overlay. These are things that are achievable very well in Photoshop. Now, that is that. Coming to checking system compatibility, I'm going to take us there. How do you know which how compatible is your system? What is its compatibility? Okay, I'm going to take us there now. Are we together?
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you click on Windows E on that computer, you want to check its compatibility. Okay, when you click on Windows E, this is what you are going to see. Okay, Windows E opens my
Yeah.
computer. This is what you are going to see. All you need to do is right click on it. That is on a white space. Just right click, then go to the last option, click on properties. That is all you need to do. You don't need to do anything special to know. The properties will load up. Here you can see the Windows property. As you can see, this is a 4 gig RAM, 64-bit operating system, which is referred to as X64. These are the 2 things
No,
you
it has not opened. It's not showing. No.
it's not showing there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Seriously? Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you can.
So this is what you just need to check. Installed memory and system type. That's the 2 things you just need to check to be sure of. And this applies to every other download you make. There are some websites you visit, you want to make download. They make provisions for 2 options, 64-bit or
Hello,
so.
Francis.
Yes, please.
Francis, please.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm on my system right now. Let me show you. Let me tell you what my system
Okay.
is displaying.
Okay.
Now I have my installed memory RAM is 4 gig, right? Then in bracket, it's showing me 3.88 gigabytes usable. What does
Usable.
that mean?
It means that the
Yes.
operating system has ate up the remaining little part that is left.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I said it shows that. Are you getting me? It
Yes.
shows that that usable is what you can use for your system task, while your computer memory is using the other parts, that small chunk that is left.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Now I get.
That's the meaning.
Okay. So why is it that I've not been able to down? I've been finding it difficult to download Photoshop of a higher version like that when I have all of these requirements. So I downloaded even this 2020 version. I actually downloaded it before, but at the process of installing it, it showed me failed. Like I wasn't having the failure, missing what. I
Try
can't really
anytime it
remember.
show you feelings failing or missing, get a screenshot of that. That will help you solve the problem.
Okay.
Is that okay now?
All right.
So we are going to this. The time is counting. As you can see, my remaining time is remaining less than 5 minutes, and is counting down. So we are going to come back because I will reshare the link. This is Photoshop. I want us to ask as many questions as possible. Now, talking about the manual, you are going to get a manual. But I am not the type that believe in giving read up. I can go to Google or go to the internet and download any stuff and give you guys to read. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Reading and hands-on practical, they are 2 different things. Are we together?
Yeah. We are.
Yes. Reading something and you practicalizing that thing, they are 2 different things, okay? So that's why I'm not a fan of giving too many things for people to read. Because when you start giving stuff to read too much, your students get to that point where they become tired, like fed up. So the best to do is to walk them through the classes with examples like this. Now, we've not done anything spectacular. What we only did was what? Was bringing this picture, making it look very better like this, adding an ellipse, which is a circle, writing Photoshop class in it, then using a rectangle and doing this. So the time is almost up. I'm going to stop this class. Please send me a message on WhatsApp. Let me reshare the link to you. Okay, I believe all of us must have me on WhatsApp by now.
Yeah.
Yes, just send me a message. I'm going to send us the link. Okay, once this class elapses. But the truth of the matter is that we are moving higher. So if you've not been practicing with the coreldraw I've taken, you might find a lot of things I'll be doing here strange. That's the truth. Because here is a little, you can see the interface alone is looking too technical. All right. So
Yes.
the good thing about this is you don't need to delete. That's the good thing about Photoshop. You don't need to be deleting. All you need to do is just remove that layer. Remove that layer. That's just the only thing you need to do. I'll just remove that layer. That's all. That is all. Oh. I don't need to do anything spectacular in it. All right.
Yeah.
So you can see that we are getting to a better level, right?
Yes, so.
We are getting to a better level. Now this is where you start appreciating design, the better self, the more. That is for those that have been following and doing whatever I was doing. This is where you are going to benefit. Yoruba will say, "Otife jere ensin." You want to, Lizzie, can you help me, please?
That what?
Otife ma jere are ensin. You want to start eating the fruit of your labor now, because now you can see how sharp this is looking, right?
Yes.
Now, if I need to save this, I don't need to do any special thing. I'll just go to save as. I'll tell my system I want to save this as a JPEG. I'm putting it as a picture. Please save it. And that's it. That image, I have it already. Okay? And I'm going to
Okay.
share it. I'm going to share it with all of us. We're going to use it as our status. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. The idea me holding this class, I've been using data from day one. I've never asked anybody for a kobo. Why
Yeah,
I'm
that's
doing this is because I want this to have an impact. Okay?
yeah.
I want this to have an impact. And when the impact is being felt, later the results will start yielding fruit. Okay? So we
Yes.
can really do a lot of stuff here. In fact, Photoshop is meant for images. Okay, so now our class is almost over. I'm going to send us links. Send me a message. Make sure you put the picture I will share with you on your status, inviting someone to learn graphics. This is something, if anybody learns through your influence, will never forget you, because it's going to pay them off till they are 6 feet. That is a promise. All right, thank you. I'm going to end the class now. So let's send me a message for